Welcome back for day 4 of my 31 Days of Halloween series. I always get so excited whenever I get to do a villain, because you wouldn't have a story without one. Product details and all that fun stuff will be in the video description below. Let's get started. Howdy howdy. First step I did was brow block, then I just used an eyeliner pencil to kind of map out where I wanted certain features. Then I painted myself a light green, but I didn't paint where my beard is gonna go, as well as my eyebrows. Then I went in with the same green mixed with a little bit of gray body paint and painted the high points of my face just to give a little bit more dimension so it's not all one green color. Shrek is love. Then I took more gray and less green on my brush and further emphasized the high points. Then I decided to paint my neck and my ears. Painting your ears, by the way, is one of the most uncomfortable feelings ever. Just feels so slimy. Then I lightened the gray color with a little bit of white body paint and did a little bit more of a detailed highlight. I then took some orange body paint and mapped out where I wanted the brows to start, before taking an olive green paint and creating a little bit more depth on my chin area. I'm doing this beforehand so that the beard can sit over top of this. To blend this out, you can take a clean brush and make small swiping motions. Next, I decided to create the shadows underneath the apples of my cheeks. So I'm just taking various dark green, brown, and black eyeshadows and blending that out. I'm also creating shadows underneath my chin and around my mouth so that my mouth takes on a different shape. It's all about tricking the eye into thinking you're a manly man. The next contour I'm going to do is around my nose, so I'm making my nostrils look even bigger, as well as making my nose appear wider. You can also toss on a highlight using some white eyeshadow. And Ganondorf has a lot of folds on his nose, so I'm using a variety of eyeshadows to create all those folds. Then I'm defining my jowls a little bit more, as well as my lips to make them look a little bit more flat and wide. Then to be in a constant scowl, you're going to want to create some eyebrow wrinkles. And I straight up used black eyeshadow around my eyes just so that they were a really prominent feature. I lined my waterline with some black eyeliner just so that my two lash lines could blend into each other seamlessly when my eyes were closed. And then I'm going back to the eyebrows. So I'm taking that orange body paint first and kind of mapping out the general area where I want them to be. I'm also doing the beard as well. And then I'm going in with highlight and contour, so I'm taking more of a reddish orange color, as well as a white body paint, to create the depth of the hairs. As for the jewel in the center of his forehead, I took a lime green body paint to start, to map out the general shape, and then I took yellow to highlight, and lastly some white to do an even stronger highlight. Go ahead and using some yellow body paint, create the rest of the designs on the jewel. And then I took the end of my paintbrush, dipped it in some paint, and dotted on all the chains. I used a white eyeliner pencil to first map out his clothes, before taking various grays and blacks, and just filling in all the parts of it. Then to make the clothes pop more, you can add an outline and blend that out to create some depth. I also shaded around his actual neck and blended that shadow up his neck just to further the 3D effect. Moving back to the eyes, since I didn't obviously have crazy contacts for this look, I decided to just paint his eyes on my eyelids. So I went in with some white first to map out the shape of his eyes, made an orange iris, added some highlight, created his pupil, then added some eyeshadow around the edges to make it look more 3D. And there you have it. You've become the Gerudo King. Now go get that Triforce. See you guys tomorrow.